Hello and welcome to your first instalment of the Northeast Arts and Culture Show. I'm Olivia Swash, giving you your new dose of interviews, sessions, performances and sneak peeks from the cream of the crop of homegrown creatives in our region, as well as some who are just passing through. Over the series we'll be meeting up and coming and established names from the worlds of film, art, music, literature, stage and so much more. We'll also be giving you the opportunity to send us your reviews and tell us who you think we should be meeting. So drop us a line on Twitter and Instagram at NEAACTV or hashtag the same, and find us on Facebook by searching Northeast Arts and Culture Show. So we're going to kick things off with a look at the self-proclaimed hardest working DJ in the Northeast. I'm here with Smoove, who's one half of Smoove Turrell, in his vinyl den / recording studio to find out how he puts a record together. So talk us through how you got started mixing and producing music.
I don't know what it was. When I was about 13, I got into breakdancing. That's what I used to do, really, and early forms of hip hop. But I didn't really like the rap music. I liked the music, which really meant the samples, where the music was coming from in hip hop. And then you discover that most of the samples back then was James Brown or soul music or boogie or disco, stuff like that. So it kind of naturally came from that. And then I had this fascination of, wow, the original song sometimes better than the hip hop song that I bought. So I ended up, like, you know, going more down the funk and soul route. But then as I matured, I realised music is music no matter what it is. So I mean, we get called Northern Soul, but we're not really, because, you know, we do jazz, funk, you know, everything, elements of rock. It's just, but I don't mind that, because you've got to be labelled as something in order, like, you know, to kind of present it to someone. But the great advantage over that is using my roots from hip hop is how we make the drums. So that's what gives us the modern twist on a vintage sound. That's usually what we say, is like, it's the hip hop drums that kind of bring it kicking and screaming into this century, you know. I went to university to study sculpture, well, to do an art degree, and I ended up doing sculpture. And while I was there, there was a girl on the course called Nicola, and I became friends with her, and she ended up being really good friends with my lady. So we went round to see her one day, and she says, "Oh, my husband's a singer. He wants to record some demos. Can he come round with his guitarist and record some stuff?" So that was it. That's how we first met, and he came round, and you know, I was quite surprised, like, you know, when they walked in, I was like, oh, who are these two troublemakers, proper Geordies, and I was kind of left at, like, well, okay, let some music down. And then when he started singing, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I offered him the chance or an opportunity to sing on one of my tracks that I'd already made, and then one song led to another, and then we had a whole album together, and then one album led to 3 albums, and it's still here.
So talk us through the mixing process.
It might just be a starting point for a song, and then you might not even use it, but it's just to get you off the ground. Because rather than looking at a blank sheet of paper, it's exactly the same. So then what I'll do is I'll take an idea, in a really rough idea, send it to John O to get him straight round. He comes round, literally pens the lyrics there and then, like as he's hearing it, and then lays the vocal down in 2 or 3 takes, like really, really fast. And then he leaves, and then I get some more guys around, like the keyboard player, then a bass player, then a guitar, then violin, or whatever that I think that the song needs, and then spend about 4 months mixing it and messing about, and then eventually it's finished.
So do you have any favourite records, or the ones that are particularly rare?
It changes from day to day. I mean, you can find something that's really crap, but to you it means everything. I mean, this is a great example, this one here. I went in a record shop in Leicester, and I was in the shop for about 5 hours, digging through boxes and boxes and boxes, and I found nothing that I wanted. And then I found this. I mean, obviously it's Star Wars, right? But it was just that thing of like, well, but it's not the original Star Wars, it's some band as a cover band. And it's not the A side I was interested in, Star Wars the Disco, the main theme. So it's a cover band doing the Star Wars. But the B side, which is usually always more interesting, is called Funky Hat. I mean, with a name like that, I'm just like, oh, what is that? That I bought this a few years ago, and I've just found the sleeve again. And it's RCA Records, okay? But this is a pressing plant that existed in the 70s. Well, 1967 it was opened. This is in Washington, up here. So it's quite interesting because they've got the photographs. I mean, you can take shots of this later, but it's got the photographs of how they're making the records and how they test the records. And I was just thinking, oh man, imagine if this existed still up here. I'd be able to just drive to the pressing plant and get me records made.
It's what you do, it's what you have, that we have not seen lately. It's all a joke and such a laugh. How did it end up crazy? Shot down your record, it's rare.
Now, Durham-born Ben Myers